Do you like toys? Big Bad Toy Store has toys. If you click the link in the description below and give them money, you too can have toys. Now watch my video. Hello and welcome to VR Reviews. Today we'll be reviewing the Jurassic World Roarivores Baryonyx. So yes, here we have another Jurassic World review and my last one for a while because I am out of these figures. And it is the Baryonyx. It's also my second favorite one of these figures I've gotten so far, right behind the Mosasaur. Partially because it's pretty good, and partially because I just really like Baryonyxes. So if it is something that you think is cool, it is probably worth picking up. Alright, starting off with a quick size comparison. Of course, here we have our Baryonyx. Here's our standard Marvel Legends 6-inch Cosmic Armor Iron Man and 3 3/4-inch Marvel Universe Wolverine. Baryonyxes were relatively large dinosaurs, so he's a bit small for 6-inch scale, but actually is about right for 3 3/4-inch scale. Now let's get everything else out of here and just look at the Baryonyx. Alright, moving on to our 360 spin. As you can see, most of his body is brown, and then his accents are dark blue. His hand claws aren't painted, but his feet claws are, and that's pretty much the extent of his paint. All the sculpting is what you would expect, all nice scale detail and everything like that. He looks pretty good. He could still use some more paint, but I can say that about every figure in this line pretty much. Head sculpt wise, the sculpt is pretty good. You've got all the scales and everything, and he's got that weird little curve in his jaw that Baryonyxes have towards the end there. And it continues to be brown and dark blue, but he's got this really cool metallic scale around his nose and around his eyes. Reminds me of like fish scales and stuff. I actually like that quite a lot, and his eyes are yellow. Overall, it pretty much matches the rest of the figure, so that is perfectly fine. Articulation-wise, his articulation is pretty standard for this line, which is mediocre but tolerable, I guess. His jaw opens and closes, but it doesn't stay closed very well because of the action feature. Shoulders move in and out, forward and back, and hips move in and out and forward and back. So you can alter his posture a little bit and stuff, but he's mostly always going to be standing in the same vague sort of position. As I mentioned, he does have an action feature, as the Roarivores name suggests. You push this button on his back, his mouth opens or closes and makes noise, like so. The sound quality isn't great, but it's pretty loud, and if you want something that makes a noise, this does that. Packaging-wise, it's another one of those open-air boxes that I don't like. Jurassic World logo, space to display the Baryonyx, and a prompt to try his button. Chris Pratt in blue, Roarivores Baryonyx, and a picture of the action feature over there on the side. And on the back you get a bigger picture of the Baryonyx, demonstration of his features, some other text and stuff that I don't care about, and the other figures that are available. Allosaurus, the big mouth thingy that I don't know what's called, and the Triceratops. I like the Allosaurus and the Triceratops. The other thing, I don't like the color of it, and I also don't really know what it is, so I don't care about it. But I might pick up the other two. As usual, these do work for in or out of package display, but since they're going to be exposed to the elements anyway, you may as well just display them out of package. That wraps it up for our Baryonyx, so until next time, goodbye!